Sarah's table. Pew, 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 pew. Finger guns. Quiet finger guns for some reason. Just silenced finger guns. Hi, everybody.
Demure.
Demure,
Finger
if you
guns.
will. Very demure.
Mindful.
Very mindful finger guns. Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be your host tonight and your game master, and you're probably your favorite person. I'm going to remind you to drink some water, please, because I'm sure you're dehydrated. Oh, that's a new way of drinking. We like it.
Hour.
It's actually
Osmosis.
like pretty it's pretty on point for what we are playing tonight. Zac.
Wonderful.
Water eaters?
Water eaters.
It's just, I have not told my players what we are playing tonight. Normally I tell them when they get into the call and then we start. But tonight I was like, I need to know what they think in front of an audience. I don't know if I'm terrible about it. I stumbled across this game when I was looking for new stuff to play, and I bought it without even checking to see how you play it because of the name alone. And so tonight here on Sarah's table, we will be playing Butt and Head Together You Are Centaur.
Okay. That's a hideous and beautiful name all in one. I love it.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
It is a game where you control together one centaur. And one of you will be the clip clops, which is the butt and also the horse part, or any quadrupedal animal. Could be any kind of quadrupedal animal. And the other one will be the chatterbox, which is the human part, the head, if you will. We're gonna let you fight over which one gets to be the butt or gets to be the head. Has to be the head. Has to be the butt.
Okay.
I don't know which one is more appealing.
Yeah.
I'd like to play 2 times. One where, we get to switch roles.
Swap back and forth. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Like halfway through, we do like a Freaky Friday and switch.
Yes.
I'm for that. I love it. Before we get into these crazy shenanigans, I'm going to do a quick safety discussion. Here on Sarah's table, you will never find sexual violence, violence against children, withholding food as punishment, or starvation. Also, you may attack an animal that is attacking you, but we do not kick the neighbor's dog. Is there anything else big that we would like to put on the table?
I'm all good. Those are the big ones for me.
Okay. If we wander into something that you're like, oh no, found a new line, let me know immediately. You can either throw up an X, you can message me privately. You can say like, hey, Sarah, oops. And we'll scoot another direction. No questions asked. This game was created by Julie Ann Munoz. It is over on Itch. It is not very expensive. I think it was like minimum of $5, maybe minimum of $10. It is a cute little like half size, about 30 pages. One of the things that I think is very fun about this particular one is that we get to build the world that we are playing in together. And then we get to figure out what magical journey that we are all going to be taking prior to building our character. And they make a big deal out of the fact that your character is technically a mashup of 2 separate entities. And so those entities can have their own identity separate of each other. You will be sometimes working together, but often you will be working on your own, in that you will both make a decision of what to do, and then you will play. This uses cards to play. You will play a card, and whoever has the higher card is what happens first. So we don't know.
Wonderful.
Excellent. I see this going so smoothly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And with that in mind, again, unclear who's going to be butt and who's going to be head. But let's go around and have you introduce who you are and just maybe how you ended up here in this particular predicament. I'm going to start with Zac.
Who I am in reality, in
Yes,
the actual real life,
as a person. Yeah.
as a person. My name is Zac. On the internet, I'm Zac Speaks Giant. I have a YouTube channel where I share silly D&D stories. And I think the last thing I remember is like a rag being put to my mouth, and then I woke up here. So I hope to see my
which is
family
weird
once
because you're in your own house.
again.
Of all places to show up. It's not very
Seems
exciting.
like so elaborate
Yeah,
ploy
yeah.
to just get me here where I would
there is
be
an
anyway.
exact replica somewhere of your streaming space.
Yes.
I would never know. I would never walk outside. So
I know.
Are you the real Zac Speaks Giant? Or are you a clone?
Ooh.
no, that's the thing, right? I wouldn't know, would I?
It's
I
like
have all my
is
memories.
is that like the Prestige where they just keep
Yeah.
cloning them?
Every time
another
I
one.
appear on Sarah's table, it is a clone of me that will die immediately after it's finished.
Magic.
Magic.
It's worth the story.
It's
Okay, we
totally
see the
worth it.
sacrifice.
Totally worth it.
Worth it, and all the labor of digging those ditches to hide the bodies
Yes.
as well.
Yeah. Plus, like, I had to invent human cloning.
And just use it
Easy.
for this.
And just for that. And it's only Zac cloning. I don't clone
Yes.
anybody else.
No. That'd be unethical. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this is Zac. The Alpha Zac signed a thing that said it was cool.
Yeah.
Alpha
I'm like,
Zac.
I'm cool with it. I'm a little busy right now. So
Totally
just clone
fine.
me and
I don't know what he's doing right now, but we'll find
living
out.
it up.
Living it up. Or he's lost somewhere. I don't know why. All right. Beck, who are you?
Yes, I'm Becca Godsey, also known as Caustic Phoenix, across many different socials. And I just love to tell stories, whether they're video games or tabletop or just whatever happens in my dreams the night before. It's very exciting. Ooh. So yes, I come hailing the Florida rain. So tiny little droplet come to bring this to you, and it turns into a torrential downpour. That's what it is right now.
Yikes. We're all about to get soaked. Watch out.
Yes.
Hurricane
We're all
Beck
wet here.
is on the way.
Yep.
It is a freaking heat wave in the Midwest. I would love for it to stop.
Just embrace it.
It's supposed to be fall.
No.
And
I guess it is September, isn't it? I forgot.
Yeah, it was like 90 today. What is happening? Anyway, if you could just come over and bring some rain, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, those Florida rains definitely known for being cold. Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Very much so. Very chilly. Not like a warm hug at all. Not like a blanket
suffocation. Over you. We love it. All right.
It's fine.
Yeah. Let's build a whimsical world together, everybody.
Let's.
All right. So the world that we are in right now, magic is abundant, but the two of you get to decide, where does all of that magic come from?
Ooh, farts. No, wait, we're supposed to
right.
cards for this. Sorry. I just use like butts in there and immediately my brain's just stuck.
That's good. No, that's good. We're here. I'm ready. I've got a pen.
We've got options, right? There can be multiple sources.
Sure,
right?
Yeah.
Maybe we could go smells.
Oh.
Like, the air is magic, and so different
scents are what
different scents
magic.
Like cause magic.
Is it like based on the intentions of the smell that it gives off different scents then?
Oh.
Like you can tell what's going on if like, oh, I smell lavender or that's eucalyptus. Like you can get a better scent of like what kind of spell it is.
So then So then to do any kind of spell, you have to have the thing that smells correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe it's an individual thing. Like you have to like if you want to cast a sleepy time spell, you have to create a lavender smell and then use that to.
Interesting.
Is this stupid? Is this?
I love it.
Something.
I'm already thinking of
this game is called Butt and Head. So like, listen.
That is true.
I'm already thinking of a friend. She can't smell. So I imagine like as a spellcaster who can't smell or like, your outcomes are drastically different every time.
Or you just have to have it be like super, super pungent in order to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Has magic always been here? Or is it newish?
Smells didn't always exist.
Yeah.
No sense.
What is
prior
smells?
to this?
Actually, that'd be kind of cool.
Were the scents always magic, or did it like develop into that?
I think.
Go for it.
I think like I like the idea that there was a group of people semi-propaganda-ishly were like have promoted it's always been kind of a base thing, but there's been a group that's promoted like not directly, like indirectly through stories and tales, associating certain scents with certain like outcomes in order to improve their magic. So the idea that brimstone is close to fire, for instance, allows them to kind of take hold of that and allow people to use
hold
that
on.
magic.
So what you're saying is that magic is its own thing, and it's just like the scent is just how like human brains interpret it. Like this is how I can figure out how to make it happen.
Yeah, it's to the individual.
All right. So I think maybe what I'm understanding here is that like magic is just has run wild, is just like rampant around the world, around this whimsical world. And this is how you've figured out how to harness it, is to be able to like use the scent, and then that helps you like channel it.
Yes, yeah. I like it. Like it's the hook, it's the leash that kind of gathers it together and allows us to better shape it.
Okay, so are centaurs the only group of people that can harness this magic, or can anyone do it as long as they're able to use that leash?
Maybe we would say like beings with hypersensitivity to smell, like dogs would probably be able, like dogs are magical creatures.
Oh, I love that dogs are like super magical.
Yeah. The stronger they're more tuned, like their snout, the more able they are to wield and interact with the magical particles.
But I don't think dogs have any kind of like preternatural intelligence. And so I think that sometimes dogs just do magic.
Yeah.
By accident.
Yes.
It's mostly just to get out.
And just trying to leave. We're just like, I just want to go outside. It's walkies time. Come on.
Yes.
Cool.
And they get to choose.
Okay. So aside from dogs, centaurs are the only ones that harness the magic in an intentional way.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Okay. Cool.
We're special. I want to be special in this game. Let's make sure we're
so special. You're going to be so special.
Thank you.
So let's
also
go ahead.
Scents have this like the sense of smell is the most connected to memory.
Correct.
So maybe people can cast magic, but very rarely when they're experiencing really strong senses of nostalgia.
Okay. Probably maybe it's weaker too in just like regular humans. Like, I mean, there's a lot of food smells that trigger a lot of things, right? Yeah. So maybe like their cake bakes a little bit faster, or their food's extra tasty that night for some reason. You know, like it's
rice in 60 seconds now comes out at 58 seconds.
Yeah,
love that.
or even just like it tends to rain a little bit less on the crops that can't be soaked kind of a thing. Like just like not
Mm,
a lot, but just a little bit of assistance. What
Mhm.
yeah.
what some people might call I'm just lucky, I guess,
Mm.
kind of a
Yes.
thing.
Mhm.
All right, interesting. Okay, let's talk about the world itself. What are the natural resources like? Are they plentiful? Is this an easy existence? Is it is everybody scrambling for stuff? Like what's happening?
Maybe it's no, you go back. I just
I was
started a sentence with no way to finish it.
Love
I
it.
was thinking the base items, base necessities like basic water or vegetation
Mhm.
would be accessible, but things that amplify them, uh, whether it's something like a spice or especially with smell still associating with that, anything that helps amplify that and make it a more uh, in-depth experience would be very rare.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, so like people who traded in spice would probably
Mhm.
be highly sought after. It's
Yeah,
probably
those are amplifiers.
it's probably a very dangerous job to be like a spice trader.
And well paid.
I would hope so. Yeah. I think that's probably one of those things that like
Mhm.
people would have like a army of mercenaries with them for safety. Um,
Mm.
is what tech level are we at?
I think like agrarian society kind of like
Keep going.
things
Okay,
are hard to grow, you're saying.
I have this is like a prerequisite because it's hard for me to evaluate tech and agriculture if I don't know which way our centaur has figured out pants. Do we wear pants?
Mm.
I'm sorry, like I'm trying to figure out like
No,
can
this
we
is
do
important.
we hold a gun when we don't have pants? I don't know. Like it feels inappropriate.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
uh,
what do you think? Is this a pants society, or is it like the bottom half of you is an animal and you embrace
yeah,
that
freedom
part
of
of
that.
it? Yeah.
I think I think people wear clothes in general.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure
Mhm.
if our centaur is going to wear pants, but
So
if
like,
they
but the
do, they
people
would
part
be
of you would have like a
a
shirt on.
shirt wouldn't be weird,
Uh-huh.
would be normal.
I just
Okay.
would never be able to tuck it in.
Constant
Mm.
crop tops, always crop.
I mean, yeah, or vest all the time,
Mhm.
which is not a bad look.
Yeah. Okay.
I love
And
it.
I think that there could be I think you could wear a bandolier if you decided that guns were a thing here. I think you could also,
Saddlebags?
yeah, absolutely, saddlebags. Also, I think that you could wear holsters. I think
I'm not set on the guns. I was just giving like
no,
the
yeah,
higher
but that
degree of
kind of
Mm.
thing, like
protect.
like you could have a scabbard either at your
Mhm.
side or on the human part of your back, depending
Yeah.
on what the bottom part is, without it being weird, I think.
I wonder if knowing that scent is such a big thing and how that is experienced and smelled, if some of the weapons or tools that we might have would be more wind-based, like more like fans to help
Oh,
Mm. And incense
blow or
burners?
incense burners, things that
yeah.
light, smoke
Senses.
bombs, but with senses. Yeah.
Yeah, or something to just like negate a scent. You probably would also
Yes.
have like a charcoal bomb
Hmm.
sucks up scents.
We
Like,
could do
Oh,
like you know
charcoal
how in
bombs.
the Victorian era they thought like bad smells led to like bad times. That's why there's the like the plague doctor mask thing.
yeah, with all the
Sort of
flowers
stuff.
in
Yes.
them and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're right.
But they are correct. This is correct in
Yeah.
this society. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So
So
we
we
could
have
do that era.
centaurs with bird masks.
love that.
But then it would make sense that we might have mechanical wings, not necessarily for flying, but to get that
to
airflow.
move air
perhaps.
around. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. We're looking pretty majestic here, I gotta say.
So majestic. Like a Pegasus.
Basically.
Weird. I love it. What is the primary source of wickedness in this world?
Do we want to go silly or are we more serious? Do we have a preference on vibe?
I'm easy. I mean, I think we have equal amounts of
We
both.
have a mix of both at this
That's
moment.
fair.
Yeah. It could be. It could also be like a particular person. Like it could be like there's the bad lich, you know, or it could
The
be
reverse centaur.
right, reverse centaur, horse head, human body.
The source of all evil in this world.
Yes, obviously.
We are
They're
the
the
chosen
opposite of
ones.
us. So therefore,
Just
yeah.
gotta get rid of
I
it.
mean, maybe evil is just our perception because they don't look like us.
Oh man, that's a
Man,
commentary.
that got dark.
The other.
Ooh,
The otherization here.
yeah,
You're the opposite of us, and the presumed us is good. So
maybe we're the bad guys,
maybe
everybody.
we're the-
Well, I mean, or it could be like something it could literally be like a tear in the fabric of reality. Like there could be just like a thing, and that's where the magic leaked in from, and that also means that it lets in monsters and stuff. Like could be very
Yeah.
very literal of just like the big wickedness is all of the creatures that want to eat us all the time.
I like that. What if it was like maybe the tear isn't necessarily good or evil, but there is an organization that is like controlling it, has built itself around it in the idea of
Oh.
like allowing certain things out or in, or it's controlling all the information around
It's
it.
it's like they're
actual gatekeepers.
yeah, like
Actual gatekeepers. They're
like
calling
they are
both of the gatekeepers.
short.
Yeah.
So that means that it would at one point it was like a two-way gateway, and now these
Mhm.
gatekeepers are stopping anybody from going through the other way unless they have
Yes.
deemed them.
Mhm,
And the thing
like,
that can't stop
most
is
important.
just air passing through.
mhm,
And so the magic is maybe leaking in through this gateway.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
So that's
Well,
why
they-
sense the thing,
Yeah.
the magic that has permeated it everywhere.
mhm.
They
Because
sound
they
like
can't.
jerks.
Yeah.
What if on that other side is considered like some of the best spices, that those best
Ooh.
amplifiers? Like what used to be harvested and then it's gotten locked down, and now only select individuals have the opportunity to go harvest over there.
And that's why they have the bird masks. Because they
Mhm.
stuff them full of the good spices.
Oh.
Okay, so bird masks are only worn by gatekeepers.
Yeah, maybe. That's always a spooky thing to wear.
Mhm.
So like that's how you can identify them easily, is that they have the bird masks.
They might have certain style ones. I think if it's seen as
Yeah.
a form of luxury, people might have their own knockoff or design
Yeah.
versions.
Uh-huh.
Like
They
they
may
have,
not
like-
be as long or
Yeah, but
yes.
like
Yeah.
this is like a almost like a uniform thing, is that they
Yes.
have
Yeah.
a big mask on.
Mhm.
Yeah, some people
Like how
have
some
like
people still wear camouflage despite not being like in the military or hunting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to do like some people have these like it's maybe quasi religious in some way. Like people like
Mhm.
have like chains off their head that hold like sensors,
Uh-huh.
ENSOR.
Yes.
I would bet that there is a religion that built itself up around the tear.
Mhm.
Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
It could
bet-
even be
yeah.
tied to this. Like it's part of the tithing to get into it. And it's yeah. I mean, it is obviously it might be more, guarded through actual greed in its process, but
Sure.
through the lens of this religion.
And then also, okay, here's another question. Are there any centaurs as members of the gatekeepers?
I would imagine so. Like there's always somebody who's a sellout, right? Like
Sure. So
Right.
so that means
Yeah.
that these gatekeepers also have a couple of like quote unquote traitors who can do magic
Mhm.
in their ranks.
Hmm. Yes. They're people from the other side of the tear,
Yeah.
right?
Is that where centaurs came from? The other
Yeah,
side
I
of the
think so.
tear?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So how does everybody feel about being locked out of their homeland?
Oh my gosh, have we been relocated?
Ooh.
Were you born on this side of the tear?
I think at this point, maybe more of us are. Not all, but most of us were born now at this point for the time frame and the structure that's been set up over time.
How long has the tear been controlled?
I'd go 40-ish years.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like within one generation,
Okay.
Yeah.
like there are people alive now who remember there not being a tear.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, feels like maybe we should have. I mean, maybe this year is the 40th. That feels big, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Centaurs have 4 legs, 40th
It's a
anniversary
lucky
of them.
number.
It's a yeah,
Yeah.
important.
Hmm.
So were you were born on this side?
Let's go for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That way we also don't have as much understanding what is the other side
What is
looks
back
like.
on the
Yeah.
other side?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just want to check in that this could potentially mirror some real world folk, and is everybody still okay?
Mhm.
I think the acknowledgement is important.
Mhm.
These are stories that have belonged to others first. Yes.
Okay. Good. Just if we dip in too far, we can walk it back a little bit and make it more slapsticky. I'm totally fine with that, but like really interesting what we are putting together at this moment. So I'm
Yeah.
good. Please, I will continue to check in. Just let's make sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in this world? You might not know this as the centaur that we are about to build. Why did the tear happen? Was it something manufactured from the other side or this side? Or was it like a spontaneous event?
So there's a couple of different directions we could go. We could go like there was someone on this side who had an understanding of they theoretically knew that there was another side, and they
Mhm.
made it a magical experiment that well now the kind of message is that it went wrong and bad and sin has created this thing, but it's not necessarily evil. It is a gateway, right?
Right.
Um, or we could do that like they opened the portal and we reacted
Mhm.
badly to it,
Or
right?
we established that dogs can do accidental magic.
Those poor
Maybe it was
puppies.
a lot of
Did
dogs
like
in
a
the
bunch
same
of
place.
puppies just like
Yes.
open up the gateway. Whoops. They wanted
It,
bacon real bad. And
I think that might have to think a little bit bigger than what the dogs might be capable of.
Mhm.
I wonder if
Hmm.
we go the first route, like a particularly curious magic user did find another world, but couldn't figure out how to come back.
Mm.
And that tear is a permanent door that they had to do to get back. It was done out of fear or desperation to get home. But once that door was open, because
There was no ways
before
to
that,
close it.
yeah, before that, because when they came over, there's no magic for them to draw upon in this other world that
Oh,
they traveled
interesting.
to. So they
Maybe
had
they
to
would
literally tear a door open to get in.
maybe they were summoned to that side.
Mm.
And so
Oh.
it was treated as like maybe it was someone important and it was treated like our prince or lordling or something has been captured by some nefarious people. But really it was maybe it was like a communal connection that they
Mm,
chose to go over, but then they couldn't get it back, and then they had to rip their way back.
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Or perhaps they were summoned and then their protectors ripped to them
Mm-hmm.
to get them back.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine that maybe their protectors became the gatekeepers.
yeah. Like it was fine. Like maybe the person that was the
It would have
summoned
been cool.
did
They were
so
like, "I'm cool,
great.
dude. We're good.
I'm cool. I'm chill. I'm chill. But the story that has been woven from that point on is that, you know, the people on the other side have started this whole conflict
Mhm.
because they
Lots of
illegally
propaganda."
kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trying to control the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, like a touch of Wizard of Oz, where that the Emerald City's not actually green, and they just make you wear the glasses, you know, like to make
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
look green. So I think
Just-
it just keeps sort of spreading, and the story keeps getting bigger. Well, maybe anybody could do magic, but the gatekeepers spread that only centaurs, because they came from the other side, can do magic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, which I think means that for the majority of the population, it would probably keep them from even trying. Right? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
well, you wouldn't be able to do it anyway. So, okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I think there's
And
probably a
it's
lot
only a
of
thing that people have been able to do in the last 40 years since the
yeah,
tear
it's
opens. So it's like,
very new.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Which means that we're probably due for some kids that are like, no, but I could do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna give it a shot. My dog did a thing the other day and it was cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it too. All right. So I mean, obviously the gatekeepers are bad news. I think they probably have their hooks in the church. Do they ever take their masks off? Is this one of
So,
those Mandalorian, like you don't
Mhm.
ever take your helmet off kind of a thing?
High
yeah,
degree
no,
of intimacy.
yeah, yeah. It's a private thing.
Okay.
And also because maybe their faces look real weird because of how tight those masks have to be on.
Yeah, maybe
Mm.
there's a touch of like
Mhm.
self-flagellation that some
I bet
masks.
the amount of spice, like if you put raw spices on your skin, that would burn. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
depending on what it is, like I think that's they're probably got some stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Gross.
Ouch.
Loving that.
Especially like some of them use spices from the other side, which have
Mhm.
strange effects on
Mhm.
human skin.
Mm-hmm.
So is it just humans and centaurs on this side? Are there other fae over here? Are there
I think yes,
Yeah.
but maybe the gatekeepers don't know because there's plenty of fae that are shape changers and shifters, right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to some come across and living in our society without us knowing,
Mhm.
or with only a
Interesting.
small amount of us knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you can think of about the world that you think might be important before we figure out what our journey is?
I think the air thing. So like all the things on the other side are magical, inherently magical creatures and some spice. Not every single thing, but
Sure.
the
But
reason that
it's steeped with magic over there.
steeped with magic and the air itself, and that's the only thing that has been able to permeate through the gateway into our world, because that's the only thing that can't actually stop, and so that's why scents are magical.
Okay.
Right? It's because
Yep.
the air. It's in the same way that, have you ever heard that, like, you know, every breath you take is one atom of which is Caesar's last breath.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that kind
Right.
of like it has flown across, just sort of seeping
Yeah.
over. So is it like, is this a thing that, back to the propaganda, like, are they trying to protect themselves against the air?
maybe that's what they claim,
Okay.
Hmm.
but really they're trying to figure it out.
Hmm.
Like it is a power that they want to control.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only 40 years, so probably understanding and knowing how to harness it or the long-term implications, it's more of a this needs to be highly cautioned still.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Great. That's wild. Um, so we have a
Can there be like secret small tears that like maybe certain individuals also know of?
Oh,
Like there's the
yeah.
main one, but like there's the smuggler's run, you know, sort of thing somewhere
Yeah.
going on.
Maybe it
Those secret
extends
little ones.
like Stranger Things wise, it extends downwards further than they realize.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's
So
tunnels and stuff.
maybe the
Yes.
main tear, the big one, always stays
Mhm.
open, but the
Yeah.
small tears sort of like pop in and out. Um,
Yeah.
There's
so
like a rhythm to them. So people try to memorize
you
the
have to
rhythm.
find, I'm
Yeah.
sure that there are signs that happen before it pops into reality, and you have to like learn
Rush
how to
for
do
it.
that. Yeah, I mean, and it's probably only open for a certain amount of time, so it would be
Mm.
very risky to like hop across to try to gather stuff because they're usually open for 3 days, but sometimes they close in 2, and like,
And like I've seen it close on a person and it is not good.
ooh,
Like
yeah, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
great, probably gross.
Then you just become a
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah, well, part of a horse. Um, so there's a couple of things that I'm going to draw from here for our
Okay.
journey. They have a couple of things in here as examples. And they are called, there's the Foal's Quest. There is the Gallop of Gauntlets, which is about a festival.
Mm.
There is the Lone Horse, which is basically sort of samurai, something was taken from you and you have to get it back, kind of a thing.
Mhm.
The 91st Regiment of Hoof. That's if you wanted to be a part of like a brigade of centaurs. Camp Marigold, which is a place for centaurs to gather. And then
I mean, that
there's
sounds cute.
it does sound cute. And then there's the Apprentice, where you would be going, you'd be getting something essentially from like a mentor centaur.
Love it.
And then the 4 horsemen, where you are criminals. You were one of 4 founders of a lucrative crime group.
Oh, I would say the last two kind of appeal the most.
Yeah.
Apprentice or 4 horsemen.
Last one and the lone hoof also, like the idea of going to get something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
What do we think about? We've got 3. We could always roll a die for it. And let fate decide.
I mean, 4 horsemen had at least a crossover,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
So you guys are one of the smugglers.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we are. Han Solo, move over.
That's right. 12 parsecs.
There's a new pony in town.
You were once one of the 4 founders of a lucrative crime group, but your life has been upended, and now mercenaries are on your trail. You betrayed the group.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
And the other 3 are coming after you. The 4 of you used to take pride in reaping havoc. At least it seemed that way. For now, it's obvious that there was a traitor among you. Someone spilled the beans. Your headquarters got destroyed and raided. Stolen treasures were returned to their rightful owners. And now they've blamed you. They're coming after you.
Oh. Bummer.
What were you accused of to be kicked out of the group?
Let's see. What if we revealed one of the tears and let some of those who were working for us get caught?
Oh,
So it's not only just revealing a tear potential location, but we lost some friends.
why would you
Betrayal.
have told a gatekeeper about this tear? What were you forced to? Was it like they had you over a barrel? They were going to hurt somebody you love?
Yeah, maybe
or,
they had something on us.
yeah, or
Mhm.
they had to, or I mean, could have also just been like, they could have just been paying you. You're a criminal. Like it could have just been like bunch of extra money. Or they could have offered to let you go through the main tear if you give up your other,
Ooh, we could go home.
could go home.
Yeah. Could go home. We could also have it that maybe it was a sacrifice to get, maybe to distract from something else we were doing.
Oh,
A distraction heist. You give up one spot so that way you can get another.
So we had an even bigger job
Yes.
that we were doing on the side.
Yes. Maybe a more permanent hole was opening up, a tear was opening up, and we could get that one. But if they were following us, we gave them one because they knew we were working on
and you knew
something.
it was going to close. This
Yeah.
one was not stable enough.
Yes. We
So,
give them one, so they think they've won.
but how did they? So why does the group think that you betrayed them then? If you gave them that other tear, which theoretically you know is going to close and isn't going to be a problem, did somebody get pinched?
Yeah. Cousin Vinny. No,
Cousin
I'm just
Vinny.
kidding.
Oh, cousin
Cousin
Vinny.
Vinny got pinched. Yeah, because other people
I
went
love you,
like
cousin.
maybe alongside finding the tear, they like raided one of our safe houses.
Mm.
Oh,
It's like, well, very suspicious that you were the one to tell them about the tear.
Mhm.
What
so
else did you fucking
were
tell
you
them?
not careful
Yeah.
maybe on the way back and they
Yeah.
were able to tell
Maybe,
you?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought,
Um,
and the rest of the group thinks that we did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if we
Like,
thought
look-
that we were being followed already, we may not have told anyone else ahead of time what we were thinking.
Yeah.
So it makes us look really suspicious.
But you didn't betray the group. They just think that it happened. So, the next thing that we need to choose is the name of your nicknames as the four horsemen. Could be, you know, autumn, winter, spring, summer. There's a couple of big examples here: Ruby, Emerald, Topaz, Diamond, Dorothy, Tin Man, Scarecrow, Lion. Also Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. What are the four of you named?
George, Paul, Ringo.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's already written in stone.
Just the Beatles. I heard they were centaurs. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I've
It's
never
really
seen them
obvious
in
when you
person.
look at the Abbey Road
Yeah,
thing.
they're
Yeah.
just they're total
They're all
horses.
Yes.
Why did
The
nobody
rest is
pick
all
up on this?
holographics. Mhm.
It's because they're wearing pants on the front side.
Oh,
The
I
pants
get
is
it.
camouflage.
Yeah.
Camouflage
We're like,
pants.
it's cool they're walking. Why are
Yeah.
there a bunch of horses behind
So
them?
weird.
Every time.
Every time.
The poor stable person they had to hire to follow after
know.
them.
It's like always a parade with them.
Um,
Oh, are we not going with the Beatles names?
Do we
I
want
thought we
them?
were.
I love it.
I thought that
Do you
was
want it?
hilarious. I'm good with
okay,
that.
let's do it
George.
then.
I think it's hilarious. Why not?
And which one are you?
There's music in this area, so why not?
Yeah.
Centaur Beatles.
Which one are we?
Yeah, which one are
I
you?
mean, Ringo is the funniest name.
Yeah,
true.
let's go with Ringo. It's fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys
I
are
actually
Ringo.
don't know.
We
them
were
very
the
well.
we were the like the dunce of the group. Like
The drummer.
like
But also the drummer, you keep the beat, right? Of all of the things.
True.
True.
Who got pinched?
What were the
John.
other names? Okay, good. I was like, I've already forgotten the
Did you
names
say
of
John?
peoples.
John got pinched. Is that what you
Yeah.
heard?
Yeah.
John got
Yeah.
pinched.
It
Well,
was just Paulie and Georgie.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Left.
John, if we're going with how it was, John was probably coming up with the plans.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
He's
so the
brains
fact that
behind
he was the
operation.
one that got nabbed is probably
Mm.
bad in general
Yeah.
Yeah.
for everybody.
Maybe even looks like we were taking a attempt to take power.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We said Johnny, Paulie, and Georgie.
Johnny,
Yeah.
Polly, and Georgie, and Ringo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Ringo makes it super obvious.
And was there actually a traitor? Or was it all like bad luck?
Can we leave that to you?
Absolutely.
I love a
Mm.
good surprise. Maybe there was. We don't know. And we have to act on whatever we want to assume.
Yeah.
So is this the thing?
What if it's John's the traitor and they just took him in and he spread the lies that he was turned in?
Got nabbed. Got
Mm.
pinched.
Guy
Sure you
got
did.
pinched.
I don't know. I'm still good with guessing.
So Georgie and Polly are after you now
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
think that you're the traitor.
Yeah.
What happens to traitors in your society? How
hoofed.
serious is that? You get hoofed?
You get concrete horseshoes.
Or
I mean, it's
just heavy steps.
It's a death situation. Like if they catch you, they're gonna kill you. Is that what I'm hearing, or is this like a?
Oh, I was thinking literal. Just you walk around with heavy feet now.
Like they
It's like really
like
shitty.
a branding so that everybody
Mhm.
knows that you are a traitor.
Yes. Or that you're dangerous. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's more of like a prevention. Like you can't run with
Can't do
those
it, can't
on.
go
Everyone
fast.
will always hear you.
Yeah,
Some establishments won't let you in because
it's
you'll
just
ruin
gonna
their
be.
floors.
They sound like tap shoes, tap
Mhm.
hooves all the
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Also, I think because we are starting with you on the run,
Mhm.
I would love for the two of you to tell me what happened. Like, walk me through what happened the day that your hideout was raided that resulted in the loss of Johnny.
I think it's like, I think part of the reason that they're suspicious of us is like we were like out of the room temporarily. Like we
Mhm.
like stepped out like for a smoke or something. And then
We got a weird scent. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Something that we
Chase a
were
weird
following
scent.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were chasing a weird scent. Something seemed awry.
smelled
We were
off.
following our nose.
Mhm.
But it led us away. And that's when it happened. And we never went back. I think maybe we just got snippets here and there from others, like small rumors. And so we went immediately to hiding and laying low.
Have you guys seen the movie Sneakers? Like you just like you went out for pizza and 30 years ago just never came back. For those of you at home who have not seen Sneakers, it's
Mhm.
wonderful. Go watch it. It's Robert Redford and Bronson Pinchot.
Oh, it's an older one then.
It is. It is
Mhm.
about a group of thieves.
Oh, okay.
Real good. Anyway, I just want to watch that now. All right. So
Yeah.
you chased a scent. When you got back
hmm
and like, did you go back inside at all? Or was it just like you saw stuff happening and bugged out?
after everything was blown over, we kind of like stepped in and like the whole place had been raided.
Yeah.
Like,
hmm
Signs of a
everything had
struggle.
flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No straying hoof prints left behind.
So where are you going now?
We're I think we went to try and find Paulie and Georgie, but then they found us, and it was like they're out for blood, right?
hmm
Hmm.
So now we're on the run, both from gatekeepers and our old friends.
Yeah. I wonder if
Everyone's
we're
been
trying to make
burned.
it on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
Like,
only safe haven for us now,
So
right?
you're trying to go back through the
mhm.
new tear that you're hoping is stable.
Yes. Yeah, because all the others are known and either watched by now the gatekeepers or by Polly and Georgie.
Well, but Polly and Georgie would know this one as well.
Yeah.
If we
But
could
there's
just get there
less,
first.
there's not as much
Gotta
stuff built up
trying to
around
get
it.
there first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the other side?
No, I think it's one of those things where it's like, our ma always told stories about it, like
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
about the old country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
These are Italian. These are
Yes,
Italian.
the old country.
So, are you leaving your ma? Is she still
Yeah.
alive, or you
Well,
just leaving
yeah,
her
maybe.
here?
Maybe
For
maybe
now.
she's not
Leaving for
around
now.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, even for now. Yeah, exactly. We're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Trying to get
we're
yourself
laying
established
low.
on the other side, and then maybe coming
Mhm.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that you are leaving?
Surely we got a best friend, right?
Mm, yeah. True. Yeah, I
Mhm.
like that.
Who's your best friend? Is your best friend also a centaur?
Mick
Oh.
Jagger.
Yeah. Mickey. We'll call him
Mickey,
Mickey.
obviously, best friend Mickey. Yeah.
Mickey. Yeah. Yes. Best friend Mickey. I think as far as we know, let's put it that way. As far as we know, they're human.
Okay.
Mm.
Like maybe we've had our suspicions, like maybe a weird little shimmer out of the corner of our eye sort of thing that might indicate, but like
Never touches
we don't
iron.
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's rude. Like if it's
You
something.
don't just
Yeah.
ask somebody if they're a changeling.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
nice.
It's impolite. Yeah.
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 Okay. So trying to get to that new tear.
Mm-hmm.
Before we build our centaur, I think this is an excellent place for a bio break.
Okay.
We have established a world that is equal parts ridiculous, that like dogs can do magic.
Yes.
But also wildly dangerous and reflective of some of the things that are happening here in the real world. But also everyone is named after British rock stars.
Yes.
So I feel good about the vibe that we have set up. This seems right. Why don't we take a few minutes? I feel like everybody should probably step down to the pub and get themselves a pint. And then come back here and we will see what your butt looks like.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Welcome to Sarah's table. All right. So we will see you all in a few minutes. welcome back from the break. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm striking the proper tone. Maybe.
Jazz
Yeah.
hands.
I believe it.
We built what could be a really messed up world.
Yeah.
Could be very messed up.
Yes.
Let's create a character to put in there. The most important question and the first question we are going to answer is, who is the butt and who is the head?
Oh, it's so
Can we leave this up to random chance? Like, I'm good with either
like it.
or. Yeah.
We absolutely
Yeah.
can. Do we want to...
Well, I have a deck of cards.
You each have a deck of cards?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
have you
Do you
each
wanna-
draw a
highest
card, and
is
whoever
the
draws
head?
highest is... Yeah, because the head's on
That
top.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna
I have
cut the deck.
trepidation.
a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me.
All right. I'm gonna go top card here.
Okay.
We got a 2.
I couldn't be clearer.
Yeah, that does that.
All right.
Yep.
Zach is ahead. Beck is the
Okay.
butt.
Big,
I'm
round,
ready.
juicy.
Okay, so your code name was Ringo.
Yes.
But what is your actual name?
You can come up with the
Solution
first
talk
name.
like
I'll do
this
last
the entire
name.
time.
And you are, because of the way that you are acting independently, you can see yourself as different names.
Okay.
Right. True.
Your butt
Choose
can
a
have
name and we'll
different
see
name.
where this goes.
Okay, all right.
My name is Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. No.
Very fancy.
You all watch that movie? No.
Spirit? Yes, I know Spirit.
I haven't yet.
I'm with ya.
I want I'm tempted to do like a class like what are like the obvious horse names like
Okay,
chestnut or,
but
like,
also you might not be a
Prancer.
horse.
Yeah, that's true.
You are, but that doesn't mean anything. You can have
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Because maybe
What
those
are
are
classic
like
horse names? Do you come up with Chester?
Chestnut. I think you said
Chestnut.
Chestnut. I was like,
Chester,
Chester's a
the
common horse
The
name.
classic.
I mean, I've
Yeah,
never named a
classic.
horse, but maybe
That's
An
amazing.
old English name.
Chester.
Chester.
Maybe
only know
those are like
Seabiscuit.
I like the idea that like Seabiscuit. Like one round the post, like like
Yes.
horse racer names. So wild horses in Australia are called brumbies. So I'm gonna pick the first name Brumby.
Brumby.
I'm sorry. Who came up with that? Grumpy?
What do you mean? That's a great name.
That sounds like it rhymes with grumpy. Am I hearing this right? Grumpy?
Brumby.
Grumpy.
Brumby.
Brumby. Okay.
That is it.
Yeah, that's much more majestic, Beck. Come on.
I
sorry.
realize
Brumby.
this is a very normal word to Australians, but it might sound unbelievably unhinged to everyone else.
Brumby.
So
No,
we can,
I love it.
we can
No,
do it.
you
We're
keep
keeping
it.
it.
No, don't back
Brumby.
down. We are keeping it. We are
Okay,
keeping it.
and
Confusion and like,
as you are the
Rebecca was
chatterbox.
just like, what are you
What? It's
saying?
not a thing. Okay. Also, Brumpy, do you identify? What pronouns do you identify with as your
I don't know.
chatterbox self?
I think. What do you reckon, Beck? Because I don't think like.
Could be
Or
all.
we're,
I
are
mean,
we
could be.
separate people.
You get to choose.
I don't think that that might let's go with they them.
Mm-hmm. Going with they them.
That feels good.
Okay. All right. What about the clip claps? What is your butt's name?
BB.
BB. Also they them.
BB.
Yeah, you Brumby and BB. I love it.
Yep. BB. Brumby BB.
Brumby BB. BB Brumby sometimes, depending.
Yeah.
Be Brumby B sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
From BBB
From
also.
BB.
From BB.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of things happening. Okay. So the next section.
Yes.
I need each of you to tell me one thing that your centaur is passionate about and one thing that they are afraid of.
Ooh.
He's afraid of water. Like
yeah.
bodies of water.
Yeah. Yes. Or still water too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very unsure what could be lurking. You don't know how deep it is. That's terrifying. You should be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Afraid
of bodies of water.
They're afraid of water.
Yeah. Not cups of water, just specifically. Yeah.
Sure. You can still drink water just fine.
Yeah.
It's the,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's a
we're
little suspicious.
just I'm
not as
drinking
debilitating.
that.
Yeah.
It's a grog
trust it.
only. I will not have anything else. All right. Another thing that you were afraid of?
Oh, we can have multiple things that we're afraid of?
You each get to contribute one.
Ooh.
So like you both were like, yes, water. That's it. That's all we're afraid of.
No.
We're afraid
Let's
of
add to
nothing
this
else.
list. I am gonna go with really dark corners. Don't like it. Seems skeptical. There's something always in them. Never trust them. Always stay in the light. Yes.
It was like a story Ma would tell of the old country, right?
Yeah. You got to avoid those dark corners.
Dark
Something's
corners.
coming for you.
I'm very interested to see if like because the other world is so full of magic, if like maybe really dark corners meant that there was like a shadow creature in it that would eat you. Or maybe she was just like, I want you to come home before the sun goes down. So do not go in the dark. Just come.
It can be
home.
both. It can be both.
Could be both.
You come home or that
Coriolanus
monster
does.
is eating you.
Yeah. All right. And what two things are you passionate about?
Dogs learning more magic.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, like that. We get real excited when there are dogs nearby, even more when we get to reward them for doing their cute little doggy magic stuff.
Do you have a dog?
Can we in this line of work?
I think it's like we would like to.
Mean that you don't.
I think it's like an earnest dream of ours to to have a stable enough like we're responsible enough to know that we shouldn't have a dog.
Got it.
Yeah. Like eventually we're trying to save enough to
You're
like
gonna,
go over to the other side and have like foster dogs over there.
Have dogs.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of dogs, and you're gonna school for dogs. Magic school for dogs.
And that will help them get adopted. So we're very excited about this.
Are there not dogs on the other side?
Maybe not.
Oh yeah, and then we're really excited about coming here for dogs. We came here for the dogs.
The dogs. Dogs are great.
Yes.
Also, they can do magic like us, only not as good. This will be great. We'll train them.
Yes.
Yeah. There's like I imagine there's like on our way home from our criminal work. There's like right by our house. There's like a dog
that we've always been looking
like a dog
at.
pound, and we're always just like sadly like walking past.
Like your
one day,
your like 5-year plan or retirement plan is like a magic dog in every house. We're gonna make it happen. All right, great. I mean, that's a big one. But is there anything else that you, Zach? What about you? Passionate about?
Passionate about. I think we are passionate about woodworking. It is like a thing that we do when we get back home is like it's meditative. It is for I keep saying us.
No, that's I mean if that's how you view
we
yourself, right? They them.
Yeah.
Like I think you see yourself as two. You are the same person, but you're also more than one person inside. Yet again, getting real deep here.
What do we want?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's meditative. It is like something we've gotten better at over time. And like it's very private. It's just it's never like something that we've shown off ever.
Sure.
Just to like improve our little space and make our lives just a little bit easier.
Love that. Is there it like, do you whittle little dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We turn them into tiny salt and pepper shakers.
I love it. I love that so much.
Is that our money laundering company? As we sell
sell little
Yeah.
wooden dogs?
Yeah. But then it comes with like some of the stuff that we also bring over and we put it inside their little wooden figurines.
Okay.
That's where we put the spices.
Oh,
No.
smuggle those spices with little wooden dogs.
Yeah.
Also, I think maybe something that led to getting caught was that perhaps you could not help but like leave a calling card at all of your heist. You just leave a little wooden dog. You're like, we took all their stuff, but like we did give them a little carved dog.
It's a trade.
Which is the best kind of animal.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da.
Yep.
Yeah, this is you wet banded it too much.
A little.
Just a little bit. All right, so there's a couple of things that happen here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna end up sending you your big character sheet so you can mark them on there. But you keep track of wounds and health in an area called scrapes. And each of you have 4 spots that could become scraped or wounded. If you are the butt, it is each of your feet or each of your legs. For the chatterbox, you are your head, your left arm, your torso, and your right arm. So whenever something hits you, it damages one of those things. If you get damaged in all 4 spots, you are considered majorly injured. And there is ways to remove them, but it's mostly rest. So you are going to start, if you want to just make a note that you are starting with 4 endurance and reliance points.
For total or for endurance and for reliance?
4 total, but a piece. Okay. So you each have 4. So your centaur as a whole will have 8.
Okay.
And because you are literally bonded, you can spend 1 point of your endurance to remove a scrape from your counterpart, but you cannot spend it to remove one from you. Does that make sense? Zac, you can help heal Beck. Beck, you can help heal Zac, but you cannot heal yourself.
That's fair. Cool.
You also have a thing called sparkles.
Ooh.
All centaurs carry sparkles in their hearts that are the essence of their deepest self. When they act true to their heart, they can draw in and make use of nature's magic to help overcome challenges in their lives. Okay. So we get to pick a sparkle that reflects the core of who you are. And when you act according to that sparkle, you're going to end up getting a bonus. I'm going to have to go down to, it's on a separate page because what the heck.
Can we make it very wholesome? Like whenever we give hugs.
Oh, I love that.
Right? Like that's us, like in our best hopes of hopes, like that people share things, that we're here for one another. And so a hug is a way where like you're sharing comfort and warmth and who you are.
Yeah. And it's just so awkward for centaurs to hug anything else but centaurs.
Very awkward because of the height. It's a lot. You have to like kneel down on your front legs. Yeah, I think yes. And I think it'll be, I think in order to do that, it needs to be an exchange of vulnerability because you would be vulnerable. So I think if you're activating your sparkle, then you have to also be vulnerable to the person that you are doing it. Well, we'll call them centaur hugs. You get an ability. This is very exciting. They are called horse powers. And you start with one. And I'm going to give you the options here so that we can pick them together. Beep,
Okay.
beep, 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 beep. There are 4 options. And they're
Mhm.
so amazing. Horsepowers. The title of this page is Horsepowers Together You Are Incredible.
This is true. Yes.
Horsepowers are special abilities that both the Clip-Clops and the Chatterbox can agree to do together whenever the moment is right. These combo abilities can be unlocked by spending braids, because obviously that's what you get from your sparkles, is you get a fancy braid that appears in your tail, and then that's how you do it. Okay, so here are the options. I'm going to tell you the name first, and then we can come back. Song
Mhm.
and Prance. Nay, nay, not today.
Mhm.
The Secret Hoof Shake, or Horsing Around.
Kind of like Nene.
Nay, nay, not today. When any check,
It's a little sassy.
when any check or blind pay fails, players can use this ability to draw 2 cards each to add to their hands. Mistakes and mishaps only make you stronger.
Ooh.
So there's going to be sometimes when you are blindly drawing and you're not allowed to tell the other person what you're planning on playing. And if you don't match, bad things happen. So you have the opportunity to sort of add to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What is horsing around?
Your comedy transcends mortal norms. To use this ability, Chatterbox needs to initiate a knock-knock joke. Or
That's all on you.
or Clip-Clops can imitate the sound of knocking on a door.
That I can do.
Either way, NPCs in conversation are surprised and thrown off guard. Wow.
I don't know any knock knock jokes, so that's going to be
Yeah.
entirely on your shoulders.
There's a check that you can do, and it involves something. It's a 3 to 6 sentence story filled with pony punnery, and for each pun that they fit into the dialogue, an additional friend or foe in the scene is affected by an effect that they choose, and it's like being stunned or becoming more friendly, or
Right. That's so good.
A game that rewards puns.
It's a game that rewards puns. Yeah.
Yes.
If I do puns. But what does the knock knock check do? It just stuns. It just
there's a couple of options here. They're thrown into a fit of laughter and tears, which would allow you to get away. They are dazzled and stunned by your illusions, or they become more friendly, or at least no longer want to fight you.
Okay, interesting. If I do puns / knock knock joke, good things. What is
Secret Hoof Shake?
What is hoof shake? Yeah.
When this ability is acquired, players need to create a 5-step secret handshake or some other kind of mirrored movement for the maestro to take note of. When the centaur is physically restrained, such as caught in a trap, grapple, or other similar sticky situation, the players can attempt to perform their secret handshake to immediately break free. It is like you guys would come up with a secret handshake, and then you'd have to perform it.
I kind of love it.
Yeah, let's do that one, can we?
Yes.
Happy to do that.
The secret hoof shake. And I know you can't touch each other because you were not in the same room, but
we have to do a synchronized dance.
You have to come up with, and it's got to be 5 steps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to come up with that right now.
Yeah, I would love that. Let's do that.
Okay.
I'll come up with a step and then you come up with a step. We'll go back and forth.
Ooh, smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so step 1.
Okay, I'll go hoof kick 1.
Oh, okay. We got 1 hoof kick. 1.
Okay.
2
and then hoof kick, like 2 hoof kick out.
2.
Up.
So
yeah, 1,
2, 3. Then back to back.
Back. How about we clap 3 times? 1, 2, 3. So we know that we're at 3. Step 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
One,
One,
two,
two,
two.
one,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Well, this is the best part of the stream. This is it. This is all we need. All right, and then
And
step
then,
4.
and then like is karate chop, 3 karate chops. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
1, 2,
3.
3. Okay.
Okay.
So you got.
Is it right, left, right?
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
is
Right,
it
left,
left?
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right, left, right.
Okay.
So
So you got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What is bring it home? What is the last thing?
Horse jazz hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've entered into the lighter section of
Mhm.
Sarah's table at this moment here.
This is very
One,
serious. I don't know what you're
2,
talking about.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The deal with that is
Mhm.
that you only get one shot at it each time.
Okay.
So if you don't do it
Okay.
correctly, then it does not break you free.
We can
I'm
do
gonna be
this.
at the gym between sets, like just
Sure. Gonna figure this out.
Honestly, practicing with dumbbells seems like a great idea.
Yeah.
You would get, you get ripped. All right, you have the secret hoof shake. Good Lord.
Excellent.
Okay,
Excellent.
the next thing that we are going to do, you have a couple of beep, 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 beep. Grab some stats.
Mhm.
You get to add a 2 and a 1 and a 0 to your stats. So anytime I call for a check, you're going to be adding that to whatever you are pulling. Okay. Clip claps. Let's go over to the butt. BB.
Yep.
Your stats are swiftness, thickness,
Mhm.
and fitness.
Thickness.
Yeah. No, you get all.
Oh,
you
I
get
get all of
3.
them. Oh,
So,
I was like,
you're like,
oh, I know my
this only,
priorities.
I don't care about
Yeah,
anything
I don't need the other
else.
2.
Don't need 'em.
Okay, sorry.
So swiftness, speed, dexterity, finesse, nimbleness, thickness, 2 C's, robustness, stability, constitution, and resistance. And then fitness is prowess, brute strength, offensiveness, and destructiveness. This is where you horse kick people right in the mouth. That's fitness. So you have a 2, a 1, and a 0 to assign.
Okay. Let's go 2, a 1, and a 0. Let's go 2 for thickness, since I committed to that.
Yeah.
1 for fitness. And we're gonna be slow for swiftness.
Okay.
Or at least we're gonna
0,
go with
yeah.
a 0.
Yeah.
No additional points there.
An important thing for you is that the health of a centaur's legs is crucial to their survival. So each of your legs will be able to take 2 scrapes to begin with.
Okay.
Because if we break a leg, then we have to get put down.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit.
And
If
only
any,
one.
so if you take 2 scrapes, on any of your legs, that is considered a major injury. If any 2 of your legs gain a major injury, the centaur will either die or be too hurt to continue.
Oh my god.
It means you've broken 2 of your legs and you can't go anywhere.
Okay. Got it. Got
Okay.
it. That's
To lighten
You're like a
things up
Clydesdale.
just a little
know.
bit. Anytime that you move, you need to physically make a clippity cloppity sound. You can do that with your mouth. You can do it with your hands.
Yeah.
You can tap something against a hard surface.
Yeah.
But you have to actually make the click, the
Got
clap
it.
clap sound.
absolutely. Absolutely. I have a fake coconut somewhere. I'll get that for our next episode.
Love that.
Yeah.
Also, this is important. You cannot speak to other beings, obviously. Although you may not have a mouth hole,
Mhm.
it says right here.
I can fart in their general direction.
You do have a butthole.
Yes, I do.
If stomping your hose and swishing your tail fails to get a point across, you may decide to flatulate or relieve oneself at will.
Yes.
But please
Yes.
do mind your manners.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that's up to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see where we go.
You are described as the master of Centaurian locomotion and the climax of the digestive system. So
That is some word choice there. Okay.
Yeah.
you
I'll
did
put that on a
it.
business card.
I know. I feel like you need to have a T-shirt that says that. That's good.
Yeah. Climax of the digestive system.
Um.
I like to think that this separation of church and state
Mhm.
isn't a Centaur wide thing. It's just an us thing.
It's
Like,
just a
it's
you
Yeah.
thing.
Just
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Nobody else talks to their butt the same way
Yeah.
we do.
We've always been like, you know, where like your body does one thing and like you are
Mhm.
another, and they're
And
like,
then the
no.
rest of your body does something else, and they're like, "That's not a thing. That's."
Are you okay?
And like, yeah, I was speaking hypothetically.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Mhm.
obviously. All right, Chatterbox. Your stats are quick thinking, tea spilling, and foul mouthing. Quick thinking is cleverness, intelligence, insightfulness, creativity. Tea
Mhm.
spilling, charisma, schmoozing, deception, and captivation. And foul mouthing, intimidation, aggression, rudeness, and menace. You get a
Ooh.
2, a 1, and a 0.
What was quick thinking again?
Cleverness, intelligence, insightfulness, and creativity.
Okay. I like tea spilling as a 2
Okay.
and cleverness as a 1.
Okay. Same order, I think that your butt took.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. We are in sync. It's perfect.
Yeah.
There's you are listed as, let's see, you are listed as a personality of Centaurian culture and a distributor of great hugs and high fives.
Mhm.
Hey, hugs are right
Yeah.
in the name, right?
Mhm.
That's how sparkle.
While your chatterbox half uses thumbs to take lids off jars or whatever, where will you drive your proud centaur body and how will you get there? Will you gallop, canter, or trot? That's the thing that's written on yours. And then the chatterbox is, while your big body walks around farting and stuff, how will you analyze and challenge the obstacles you'll face? Will you approach your situations with cunning and genius or foul words and brutishness?
Very
Choices.
good. Very good.
This is a perfect setup.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You can also gain more sparkles as you play. And we're going to chat a little bit about braids.
Okay. I was wondering when we were going to get to the aesthetics of our centaur.
Oh, that's the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to decide
Okay, very good.
everything.
Very good.
Cool.
But braids are a physical symbol of connection to the world that magically manifest during important moments in a centaur's life. They manifest in different ways for everyone, but are always something worn with pride. For some, they are trinkets worn on their clothes. For others, they're twists and ties of hair or magical tattoos that shine in the moonlight. So, what are your braids?
Let me
Knowing
censor
little
this.
about different kinds of braids is
I mean, they can be actual braids, or like they can be things that appear on your clothes. You can have the tattoos, you can have whatever you want. Like they don't have to be actual braids.
Like I like ribbons in the hair is an option.
Yes. Let's definitely do that. I love ribbons in hair.
Ribbons.
Yeah. Okay.
I love
Fantastic.
that. And then you can spend your braids to do things. You can spend 2 braids to like just declare a fact true about the world. I will send you this list. But if you collectively get 10 braids, you can gain a new sparkle.
Ooh, okay.
You can raise a stat with 10 braids. You can summon a divine interaction where you each have to give 3. You can unlock an additional ability. You can gain more endurance or resistance. Like there's a lot of things that you can do. but they all cost braids. That's like how you upgrade your character.
Right.
It's character advancement. You also earn braids during play, but at the end of the session, we go through and there's a couple of questions that you do to help you like start the next session with more braids, if potentially. One of them is, did your body act in perfect unison at least once to overcome a challenge?
We're gonna try.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's the hope, right?
Come on.
The dance.
Yeah. Also, you get braids by failing checks. Look at you over there doing your little dance.
Oh, by failing? So
Yeah.
even when we fail, we can earn. Okay.
It's like
Wonderful.
you're learning something, right? Like, okay, I'm failing forward. Great. So the last thing that we need to do, I need to know what you look like.
Yes.
And there are some lovely illustrations in this book. There are so many different kinds of centaurs, and I am so excited about it. This page has one that is a giraffe. There's a dog.
With corgi legs?
There's a goat. There's a sheep. And then there's a horse. It's literally anything that has 4 legs. Horse is the most common one, but if you decide not to be a horse, that is okay too.
Oh.
Could be a zebra.
I feel like
could be a corgi.
You have creative control over the butt.
What's your butt look like, girl?
That's fair. We how many buildings are we going inside? Are we all outdoor people? Like there's no walls? Because I don't know. In my brain, I'm like, in my head, when I was just thinking horses, I was like, I want to be the biggest darn horse
just
I
like
could
a
think of.
Clydesdale, like a giant
horse. Like the massive ones that are like the size of elephants.
I think that you could be an elephant.
I was gonna go mammoth then, because I kind of like the fuzzy look.
Nice. Yeah.
And then you could have like a trail of hair that goes up, like
yeah.
I think that we will say that we'll decide whatever the centaur is, whatever body you are, that is the kind of body that all centaurs have. And then that society has built itself around that. So if this is like Zootopia.
Yeah. It could also be like, we could be like aesthetically mammoth, but
could be the size of
yes.
Just like a really, really big horse, right?
Yes. But with just like super fuzziness to it. Sort of a thing. Yeah.
I like that.
Let's go like the horse meets mammoth.
Love that.
Yeah.
So you have kind of like a little elephant tail.
Yes.
So it's got fuzzy.
It switches back and forth. Yes.
Great. But the thicker skin of like the mammoth elephant kind of thing.
We got toenails.
Definitely. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is every centaur like this or just us?
I think so. I think that that's the kind of centaur, because then it's accommodating for like buildings and things are accommodating for centaur folk and human folk. So there's sort of like probably double counters and things so that you're not like, hey, can't reach anything. In my head, I have this image of there being like a line of both like centaurs and people at like a coffee shop. And like when the centaurs come up to like place their order, when it's ready, like the baristas like go up a little ladder to a second thing and like hand it off. Like, here you go. Yeah. I like it so much.
Perfect.
Brumby, what kind of clothing do you wear?
I think you wear like a lot of tweed. a lot of like
Very
like
professory.
even though they're in crime, they're still like they're a bit reserved.
You are a
Like,
gentleman thief.
well,
Mhm.
not like less gentleman, more like a bit awkward dad kind of like energy to him, to them, to them, like not like like
Yes. Yes.
like
Do
like
it.
they like woodwork and dogs. Like that's
Yeah. Oh, buddy.
That's adorable.
Also, like, you're very tall and you really love dogs. What's that like for you?
it's painful.
How do you get to the dogs?
We have to very carefully set
Mhm.
ourselves
Some
down.
like kneeling. Oh, is that
Yeah.
why you started woodworking? So you could like build
To
platforms for
build
your
like platforms
dogs?
for our potential dogs that we might own one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
This is smart. This is smart.
It's good. It's really great. All right. So we have built our world. We have figured out what our journey is going to be, and we have built a very majestic centaur.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right. Well, I think that is where we are wrapping up
Perfect.
for the day.
Okay.
So, what is this is moments of gratitude. What do we think so far? What happened today in our build that like you are grateful for?
I am very
I
grateful that we did the secret hand. One, because it's absolutely silly, but I love moments where it one encourages players to interact directly with one another instead of just with the DM or other things. So I really enjoy interactions like that. And two, it reminds us, and it's kind of an anchor of something that we have to remember that both of us do. So it's not just picking and choosing or just in the moment. It's something that we have to keep on top of our head. In case this happens, we both need to know it. I
Yeah.
think that's really kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's
Silly,
really good.
but really good for player interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like things that make you not have to interact with the dice, but like, yeah, with each other, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I did one where I cannot remember what it is. I'll have to go look it up. But that you had to rock, paper, scissors with the DM to determine it in conflict. That's how
fun.
you fixed your conflict. And you
Yes.
could, if you had advantage or disadvantage, then you did it with two hands.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is really hard for your brain because you're just like, they're gonna be the same. No, that would be dumb. I would have to actually do do two things.
Yeah.
But I think it's really interesting to have stuff that is not just like, well, I rolled a 5, so I guess I don't do it. But like, this is like a physical thing you have to remember and decide. What?
It's challenging.
Also, I can see you doing it in my head as the character because you'd have to like go up on your back legs and like do it while the chatterbox is also doing it, but using fists because you don't have fingers, so it makes we wouldn't want to make you feel bad
Also,
by
if,
like
the idea if we're tied up, like doing it just like
if we were in person, like you would clap down and I could clap up to hit each
my
other
hands together. Oh man, if only. We got to get everybody at the same convention and do this live on stage.
Here we go.
All right.
You're just a little messy.
Yeah. I just really enjoyed the world building with you, Beck. Like that was really fun doing like a collaborative, like silly but semi-serious. Like the world building was really fun. Like, that was really
especially
cool
because I felt like there was such this lovely balance of like, what if the gatekeepers are stopping everybody? And then they're like, also, what if dogs can do magic? Like, just it's the dichotomy of the gamer. It's just like, but also, you know what's funny is farts, though. We gotta go put that in there.
We had to start somewhere.
It's important.
I really like the idea of, I heard someone describe good world building as like just 2 layers deep. It's like okay,
Mm.
why is there magic? Why can dogs do magic? It's like, oh, because they get really good smells. Because the air is magic. And why is the air magic? Because it came from a magic place. And then it's like, yeah, that's 2 layers deep. That's fine. We
That's
got
it.
it.
Got
That's
it.
as far. We everybody stop there. We've done it. That's all we need.
Mhm.
That's all we
Moving
need.
on.
Yep. We'll figure out the rest in game. We're
Yeah.
good.
So do it live. Don't even worry about it. Great. I'm gonna send you guys your particular character sheets. They're
Okay.
just it's just a 1 page long. It's real cute.
Perfect.
You end up with you get to have one ability, but I'm gonna let you choose that however you would like to choose it. There's a list on
Oh.
here already that you get to choose from, and we can start that. You can tell me at the start of next game which one you chose, and that'll be how
Is
we.
this like a 2d6?
No, it's
Delia?
cards.
Cards.
It is playing
Oh,
cards.
it's all cards.
All playing cards.
Ooh,
So I
wonderful.
imagine if we are in sync, it's because we've pulled the same card.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Here, let's see if we can do it. Let's okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ah,
That's
It's not gonna
same.
go well.
It's the same suit. Same suit.
Same
Oh,
suit.
okay. Okay. We
suit.
got some hearts.
Yeah, got some hearts. That's
Okay.
You guys have so much heart. That's what it is.
fun.
That's what this is.
Got a
This
lot of
game is
Zach,
all about your heart. You got
I'm
2.
gonna message you
Do you
later
have
the direct
2?
order. I'm putting my cards.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you have 2 hearts?
Do I have somewhere?
Like
Yeah,
is
like
there
I have a heart
because
in
you
my
have
chest.
and then you have
Yeah.
one, and then
Yeah.
the
Do we have
logistics are
4
very
lungs?
funny.
Oh,
Seems
yeah.
like it. You would have to.
Yeah.
I mean, we
The
are
breath
pretty
has gotta
hard to
go a
kill
long way.
anyway. Yeah.
I also wonder so much about a baby centaur
Mm-hmm.
because human
Falls,
babies
walk.
cannot support themselves at all, but horse
Have you ever seen
babies
that?
can walk immediately, like
Have you ever seen that Tumblr post that
with the
someone
like
drew this?
yeah, the
With
baby
Yeah.
the
just
floppy
like
baby
flopping
and the horse
around,
is
like
running.
That's the only way they can get around is just run.
just floppy child on top. Just what
Yeah,
happens there?
just screaming. Ah!
Yeah, yeah.
Do they all have to get braces like right as soon as they're born to like help hold their bodies up?
Probably just like have a thing that they put on them,
Yeah.
like a specially designed baby Bjorn
Big
that they just sort
Bjorn.
of just in all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Holds them up.
hmm
Terrible.
I love it so much.
Uh,
You're adults.
Perfect.
You're an adult centaur.
Thank you.
You are
Thank you.
okay. You would be
Yeah.
the
We've been through our
worst,
awkward
the
stages.
worst thief ever if you couldn't support yourself. Well, just laying over.
No, it makes sense. We'd have to like hold on to like we'd go along the side of walls on everything to help hold us up. It's fine. We're just always along the edges.
Also, like babies hold on, they grip onto anything that you put in their hands, and they just hold it
Yeah.
really tight. So like,
Mm.
and just like put a thing
Grabbing
in there.
our own mane.
Yeah.
Is that like a cane? Is that we have a cane with wheels at the bottom and we just have to hold on to that like a scooter
really
of
long.
sorts? Yeah.
Yeah, or like a
Yeah,
a
old-
walker. Yeah, on
Yeah,
a-
old centaurs.
amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
I
Uh-huh.
need
good.
somebody to draw all of these stages of life, please. If you
Thank
could,
you.
just let me know. Just get on that.
Oh, back legs like in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Front legs are okay.
Grandpa Centaur.
yeah, Grandpa Centaur.
Grandpa
Oh.
Centaur.
Oh, I bet he's got some great stories. Grandpa used to be a thief. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
It's time for
sure
your
did.
pills.
Mhm.
All
Back
right,
to your
well,
woodworking class.
yeah, buddy. Where can we find you coming up? I would like you to keep in mind that, as everyone knows, it is Friday, September 20th, right here, right now.
Mhm.
Everyone knows
Mhm.
it,
I know.
as everybody knows. So Beck, what you got coming up? Where can we find you on the internet?
What we got going on? Well, you can always find me on my channel over on Caustic Phoenix, and you'll find me on Careful Cantrip and the Gamers channels on Mondays and Tuesdays, just hanging out. And if you never know where I'm at, just join my Discord and I'll do announcements for you. Takes care of the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. She just like
Mhm.
yells it into your computer. Like you open it up and then she's just like right there, like, I'm sorry.
Boom.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Thank you.
I try to write polite announcements like that way. It's like, do you want to build a snowman? Well, then come join us on the Gamers, you know, sort of things.
Yeah.
Polite.
And if you don't come anyway, you have to come here.
Yeah.
I am inevitable. Show up.
Show up. Thank you
so much. Great. What about you, Zach?
Zac Speaks Giant and other things. I live inside your phone. That is where I am. That's where you can find me. And I think by the 20th, I'm saying this so that I have to put it out.
Yeah.
I have a Patreon. That is now a thing.
Woo!
I'm saying that so that I must clearly have it out and live by the 20th.
You have
Just
done
today.
it. It's live. It's out
It's
now.
done.
I'm proud of you.
I looked at it earlier. It's amazing. Yeah,
so
just
good.
all of the Centaur stuff all up on that Patreon. So much Centaur content. I don't know how he made it.
It's a lot. So many braids.
Kind of like an egregious amount. Honestly, we're staging an intervention.
You made this your whole brand.
Yeah, why? It's such a tonal shift from everything else I do.
Weird. It's weird.
I enjoyed how you changed your name even to Zac Speaks Centaur. It's very smart.
Yeah. And easy to say. Rolls right off the tongue. Just really good. But if you would like to come back and watch them attempt to do their hoof shake, their secret hoof shake, to come back next Friday to watch episode 2 of Butt and Head. Do it. I'm Sarah Moore. You can find me all over the internet at Pixies and Pins, and my website is pixiesandpins.com. I am here every Friday night on Gen Con TV at 5 p.m. Pacific for Sarah's Table. Like I said, next week we're doing another episode of this. The following week we are doing an episode of Mystified, which is like a rollicking 1920s murder whoudunit, but also with a touch of Scooby-Doo. Because, you know, Jinkies. And then we're going to have the creators on for that, which is very exciting. And then it is the not so spooky Halloween time. That is legally distinct from any kind of not so spooky Halloween things that the mouse does down in Florida. It is just different enough. But we're going to be doing a couple of things. Some ridiculous. There's one where it's a cryptid ballroom dancing situation. There's one called the Monster Mash. It's what you think. There's one called Grave Liaison, where the ghosts in the house are trying desperately to get 2 roommates to fall in love. So we're gonna give that a go. And then we're hopping over into some fun crossover content in November. I know I don't ever play D&D on my show. However, it is the 50th anniversary of D&D, and it is the 50th anniversary of Hello Kitty. And so I am doing an arc that crosses Sanrio and D&D. And who knows if it's going to be adorable or bloody. Probably both. And then we're all into my favorite time of year, which is Christmas, and I'm going to be doing all of my crazy Christmas one-shots. So come back and hang out with me. Also see me in Australia. I'm going to PAX Australia. If you're there, come and find me.
Woo!
I'm going to be making a fool of myself with Zach.
Yes, we are. We're going to be doing a D&D but real panel. It's very exciting.
What?
Yeah.
I'm bad at everything. So can't wait to see me fall down. I'll wear comfortable shoes. Thank you to the 2 of you for trusting me enough that I did not tell you what we were playing until the cameras were rolling. Appreciate you so much. Thank you to Gen Con and to Peter Atkinson for giving me this platform. Thank you to Marcus Mace, who is our tech over at Gen Con TV, who is keeping us running smoothly. Thank you to Jeff Moore, who is my partner. Thank you so much. In fact, in 2 days, it is going to be our 20th wedding anniversary. So I love you so much.
Oh,
Thanks for keeping me sane and making me look correct in a tech situation. Ta-da! And thank you to everybody at home who hung out with us this evening. What a bonkers thing we did. I can't wait to see what we do next. And as always, keep making art and keep being art. We will see you next time.